Right, bit of Pimp My Ride episode. We're fitting braided clutch line. So Pimp My Ride, we're going hell. I'm also got a rebuild kit for here somewhere. Not doing it in this one. Be doing it tomorrow. All I'm wanting to do today, I just wanted to get access to the screws. Put it there. Yeah. Just wanted to get access to the screws, or get them off, because we know how much of a nightmare they can be. Saves you every time. Also got that off, got the old fluid out. Pretty much got the time I wanted to do this. I mean, the clutch wasn't feeling too right, and I think maybe that's why it doesn't look too nice. And as anyone knows, this has got a lot of them, quite a lot of miles. So we're going to be doing it bit by bit. So we're just doing this for now. Plenty of rags as well, plenty of rags. The best trick I've learned to do this, first and foremost, get the lines loosened. And I believe they're probably 10s. How the camera's going to get this and whatnot, recording wise, I just don't know. But we shall see. First one, is it a 10? Yay, nay. It's not a 10, it's a 12 probably. This is a 12. Now, this is where, as I say, this is the reason I love this bike, or one of the biggest reasons I love this bike, because my toolkit, there's no 12mm spanner to get that out. Did I come prepared? Oh well, maybe not, but see, this is why I love this bike, because it came with this. Like newer bikes do not. A proper toolkit. Most of in here I can disassemble a lot of the bike with just what's in here. That's a proper toolkit, and this is an OEM toolkit, by the way, you know, from the factories. This is when they're doing them properly. Anyways, you need a 12. And you have a 12. So you must loosen that, lefty loosey, righty tighty. See if we can get that with that. We pray to God that it does come loose and not round off on you. Maybe. If this doesn't work, fine persuasion. Fine persuasion. I found persuasion. So we go like that. Make sure you've got it lined up nicely to do something like this. You can shake these babies loose, but I don't think it's plain ball that. Oh, another tricky bolt. However, as usual. So we won't move one thing to do another. As I say, if it's going that way, you stop and go another way. Don't keep trying another way. With this on, it should probably come loose. So we need to do these now. I was hoping I didn't have to, but see why. It was worth a shot with the open-ended, but if you feel it slipping, which I clearly did, may as well. These, I'm guessing, maybe 8s. And again, this is just showing how one bolt playing a bit stubborn can turn the job a bit longer, because if that open-ended spanner was done, we'd have been way into this. Oh, stiffy. And I believe some of these on this, oh, there we go. But I believe some of these bolts on here are specific to where they are, if you know what I mean. Like, some are different lengths and whatnot, and they have to go in specific holes, so take very special care to note which bolt is going where. Obviously that's a shorter one like that. You can even make a little map, so that's up top. So you can measure them up. There, the same length. That's that, yeah. There, the same length, so we're okay on that one. And we can pull this out. Not nice in there, but we'll give that a clean up while we're at it, so not too bad of a job. It's always worth things doing like that. To be honest, I've disconnected it as well, so it makes the job easier because there's something less in the way. Do it. You know, see that, we can give that a clean up while we're here as well, why not? Now with access to that, we can put something better on there to grab at it. Right. So I can get a little bit more access now. Because all of it's, the worst of it's going to be down here. So the wire brush we're looking at, just see it as best we can, loosen it off. Get all that dirt and debris out, because it won't help your case. Alright, fingers crossed now. It's 12. Oh, it's playing very stiff, this one. There we go. Nice little crack there. We've got a bit of a leaky. That's what I say to people, always have a rag ready. And I'm going to grab one up. They're just still brake screws, we've got a replacement. This is, as I say, a lesson to learn to attack it properly, because a lot of people, they would have, they would have probably kept going with this, knackered that up, and then before they had eventually gone to actually just moving that and doing that, it'd been too late. And anyone's seen the videos before, take bolts in a tactical, sensible, patient method, way, whatever. Right, so with that one loose, just leave that one loose for now. That one's cracked and loose, and that's what we need. I've already drained all this. Next up, I'm going to be draining and get it. The one up here. Again, it's near enough to lose these right to start these backwards. And this way. Stubborn as well. I'm not surprised they do. There we go. It's cracked. As I say, always when you just crack them, give them a little spin. Down as much as this. Video disposing of this bolt, because there's a new one in the pack, washers as well, and the hose along with it. same while you're here, it's always worth just... And now it's like that, a good thing you can do. Find your 12. I'm sitting here fumbling through my bike's socket toolkit when I've got a half a joint in front of me. So find your 12. And what are you looking at doing? Just giving that an in and an outie. I'm going to spin it and move away. Just going to help clean up them threads in there, because I'm guessing it's been sat for a long time. When I look at this fluid, it's been a very, very long while. Or it's got a leak or something. Back on ourselves. Yeah, it's much freer now. Go. Try and watch me on the screen. Yeah, I can see from this being into this bolt, it's been a very long time since this has been done. Yeah, we're gonna get this off. Hands off. Use the washers. Let's put them. Actually, leave that. Well, you can take all that off actually. But the camera catches the inside, so it's been a while since it's been done. Right, before anyone just goes yanking it out, you want to be able to route the other one. And to do that, you can use the other one, well, use the old one, to do that, whilst removing it, which obviously 2 birds, 1 stone. Well, we always like, best way, first and foremost, this one out and ready to be removed. So even this one down here. Going back down. Just pull this one out now. That was a good drop. That was a very good catch, that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this back in there for now. It should help stop it from spitting the gunk as it is at the minute. So it's going to be rebuilt tomorrow. Should kind of stop it from leaking a little bit. Right, next step, you can get this line to there. Obviously now it's disconnected, but you can do yourself a massive favour here before yanking this one out. See, first off, yes, you want to know how it's routed. And here, so give yourself as much space, petrol tank up. From what I can tell, it goes pretty much down. I think it's pretty much down here, and it comes through here. I mean, yeah, I can see it. I don't know if the camera can pick it up down here. And literally just through there, that hose there that you see, that's the one. So doing the clutch one, it's not too difficult. I think the hose cost me about 27 quid. You can have it to the colour you want, so thought it'd match. And seeing as it's quite an old bike and I can't remember the last time I did this, may as well do it and go the whole hog. I think I'll even be replacing this soon as well, because the glass is starting to look a bit debatable. But, right, on to it. Right, before you want to go pulling this out as well, the first thing is that's going to be leaking a lot of fluid, and you don't want that fluid all in the inside of your bike. So put something over it. First and foremost, stick something over it. So you can be even more sensible there. What you have to do, take a finger, finger of a glove, just like that. Do. Now for the new one, obviously as you can see, these ones have got talcum in them, but if that's a concern to you, especially for the new ones, and even if you don't want to contaminate that, just turn it inside out. There she goes, that's it. Put some tape around it. But before we do that, actually, there's still one little bit to do. The bird's back. So I'm going to cover the one down there as well. This one, yeah, you take off. I mean, it depends which way you want to pull it up or down, really. I mean, to be fair, actually, I might go that way. Bring it up. Because I was going to bring it down and go that way, but actually, I might go the opposite way. Either way. So if that's the case, yes, I want to seal this one up very good and true. Leaking out of it. The same for this one, we're not going to tape it up just yet. Camera tripods. We're going to get this prepared. For this, I'm just going to pinch some of these gloves. Try and keep mine a bit cleaner. I picked the wrong one naturally. It's a new piece, don't want to contaminate it. You right? Yeah, not bad, buddy. Yeah, not bad, mate. Is it big day tomorrow? Yeah. I believe, well, it's holidays. I'll have to check. Well, everyone's put them out, so I normally put them out. Yeah. Better safe than sorry. Protection piece. The whole car park will come in. We're going from quiet to complete action. Take off. Take the hand. Zip ties. need. Okay. Two. Now, from where I work, the thing I've always gotten told is to fit it, or to work with it, going with a natural curvature of the tube. Each one has a weight. It's got an elbow. Take note of that. So this one goes in. That'll be the weight. Like that. Possibly. Yeah, I think that's going to be the weight. We'll have to give this a little bend ourselves, but we'll work on that. Yeah. Right, so plug in the tube. See how it ends. See if you know nothing's going to get in there now. See this side. Throw it in. And the tape. Now you're safe to feed it for as you want. You're not going to get any rubbish in that. That's going to go. I'm guessing. Just come down. And it's going to persuade it to go like that, essentially. There we go. That's its feed and fitment. I've been done when I bring it through. Take the zip ties. If you're looking for your zip tie, I'll go poke through it, but there we go. The aim is and two together like that. You can also use the if you have to get the banjo screw and then a lock nut, you can put it through that way. If you get something, you can actually take the ones like that, feed that through, the longer ones. Just put a nut on the other side, that'll do it. Same here, you just aim this to secure it like so. There we go. Great gloves, aren't they? That's why I don't wear gloves, because this is just what happens all the time. Right, get them together like that. And that'll keep them locked together, so as you pull this through, that comes with it. It saves you the job of just routing it through afterwards. Alright. As I said, all we're going to do now is just feed this through. Probably not going to be simple, but we'll find out. Right. Yeah, if there's any fixtures, put that in there. This generally is a risky boy. Let's see where it's coming from. Just a light rubber protectant down there, but that's what's a bit tricky. Don't do much, go the other way. Because that's a tight gap, but we'll have a go anyway. Once it's kind of going, it's going, so. It's feeding through now. Just eat it as and when you can. If the camera can see it, we've got some of it out, some of it in, and it's just down there at the halfway point. There you go, you see it, just down there. About that. It's funny, ironic, I spent the day today, well, building not these bits, but these ones, things like this. I work on things like this and manufacturing things like this. It's a full-time job, and this is my side. So anyone ever curious as to why I'm always working on bikes this much, and most of them are always mine, and if I'm not got customers, hey, why not keep mine going? I mean, explains nice and easy why things at 100k, so. Now I've got a little hitch. It's just got a bit tight down there. I'm going to be a bit more. Hopefully get it through. In doubt as well, you can use a bit of a pokey to swing it along its way. There we go. It's slow but sure it's coming. Should actually almost be able to see it now. Ish, getting that. Might be able to see it from there. I think from under here somewhere. Maybe almost. Oh, I can feel it. Yeah. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I mean, as I say, can you imagine trying to do this? Same again. Yeah, can you imagine trying to do this without any guidance like this? Need a bit more feeding, I think, to work it through. Just find out what it's doing. Just seeing that. Should be able to come nice and free. There she goes, nice and free enough. Typical. Even though I keep the outtakes and I put them in. There we go. As you can see, we now have it up here, and it's now down there, and it's routed without you having to faff about, and you've also got the old line out, which is bonus, bonus, bonus. So with that being done, you can now DCF in here. Good. And pull that off. And after the tape off, so you can remove it all now. Off, and there we go. We have it all ready. Same again, you just want to just fit it exactly how it was there when you saw it, when you found it. Was like that. Facing like an elbow. Yeah, I'll see. That one gets it. Slots in there. They provide the new nuts and new bits. I'm sorry, that's why I don't do gloves, they just do not last long. I never got the feel I want. And so when you're putting them on, you use one each side, one of these washers, one each side. Like that. Ready. Isn't it? If you didn't get any debris in there, kick with blood. It was clear. Stick her in. Wash her on the other side. So bearing in mind the first time you do it, it's going to be a bit debatable on how it does it and how it goes in. So I just want to make sure that it wasn't away. So take the other cable. Remembering fitment wise, no it wasn't, it definitely went this way. So because it's a new cable, bit of curvature, it's been set in the bag like that, you'll get this. There we go. There we go, that's it. Brilliant. But how heat shrink into it, it's gone right off. Might be able to do something about that. That's heat shrink, so brilliant heat shrinking, so it wouldn't even stay. I thought that was good. Pull that down, oh well. Maybe if I just we'll put it like that. There we go. Anyway, back to the business. That's back on. I'm not tying anything down yet. You just leave it as it is. You can leave a little nick up if you want. Oh, we've gone from a 12 to a 14 as well. So have grown in size. So hopefully Abby's toolkit once again saves the day. Give it a little tighten up. Don't snick anything up yet. You don't know what's happening. There's an offer up. It's a nice wee red line. Never mind, it's the function that counts. Try to make sure it's pretty much routed exactly how the original one was. So it's got to go right to there. It does need to come in a little bit. See where it needs to do it. There we go. Yeah. The way I think it is, it don't fit. So I say I was going to try and tighten this up. It's probably got a different routing. Right, so I say I'm going to tighten that up. I just nipped it because the routing's going to have to be slightly different than what the standard one was. Don't ask why, because I don't know yet. In this day and age, they probably sent me the wrong one. Day and age of my luck. But let's see if we can alter the routing slightly. So I reckon if we alter the routing slightly, we'll change that. There she goes. And what I'm going to do is bring it up this way. There's the ABS module back here. I'm wondering if I can get it behind there. In that gap there, and the hose goes down there, so that'd be probably a no-go. I'll snag it. But now I think we've got a lot more playroom, enough to do the job possibly, I don't know yet. Yeah, I think we've got it. I think that's it. We'll go around the electrics, actually now we've freed it under the electrics. It's always worth to test what way just is going to feel better in which way. Also as well, you know, you don't want anything binding or getting snagged or anything like that. You don't want it. There's a nice gap here, but as I said, I don't snag it if it doesn't go up like that. Because it might come at a bit of an angle. We'll stick to the game like that. Much like that, I'm guessing. So let's try again. Seems to be a lot more room down here now. I'll explain the slight alteration in path that you have to do. This is the thing about my channel, I explain these little things, little bits of information most people miss out when they're doing this job. Yeah, here we go. So as well, be very careful when you're doing this. You know, you're not trying to. It feels like it's cross-threading or anything like that. Be bad, very bad. That goes in okay. Right, and then that should. Yeah, seems to do that. Right, okay. So the alteration in path. It was down, right down here. I can even see or get to it, but basically on the old one it come up this way through obviously all here, and it was like underneath the ignition just down there. You have to bring it back down and bring it up through here, so underneath all the cables, missing all the cables, the modulator pipe, all that down there, and it comes in a bit, which brings the more slack down here, so you can fit it down here. The tripod set back up. Oh. Give it a test fit on the receiver. Reload. So before I leave this job, send them for the night. Make sure everything can be fitted properly, and it is. The line. Right, now that is to fit. Leave. So just like that. So you're going to need to control it a little bit. I'm guessing that's probably how it should be fitted. It will feel unnatural to the pipe because it's just been sat in a bag wrapped up. It's sheet it wasn't designed for. Tricky job. Its first fit is going to be so tricky because obviously it just doesn't want to take the shape. Once you've fitted it in, it's seen a bit of action, it'll bend to shape. Hopefully. And that. So you don't want to go cross-threading anything as well. Make sure you can get it in there. Oh, she's a tight fitter. They pretty much go like that, so we can bring a bit more convection up here. Like that. So 14. So as I said, we're not tightening, we're just giving it a nip up because this is going to come back off tomorrow. Just literally like that. Now it's in. Before we go celebrating, I'm going to whip this down, do a couple of bends of the lever, see if this is all where it should be. As I said, this is why you just want to give it a little nip up. You don't want to use the seam washers up, you just want to. There it is. Can't remove them. Oh. Pop this back on real quick. Just temporary. You want to, before you go and say yes, that's all done, you want to make sure it's all fitting as and how it should. Think about when you're riding, it's gonna. You're going to be moving your handlebars and whatnot, so make sure it doesn't plate any intrusion when you do it. So throw everything down. It still looks like it could do with going with that modular, possibly. Maybe even coming up and coming through here. I mean, this is just me thinking, you know, because it's rubbing against metal down here. So, what if I bring it off? Bring it down onto the other. Remove this stuff somewhere. 14. I always say this is why you don't actually fit it all down, because it allows you to change and adjust as you need. This part's swollen. God, I've got 50,000 of these. Well, I can see it. Apologies, bog brake. So, doing it at the minute, it was just moving it. So it's got the right path down here. Because obviously if I leave it like this, it's probably just going to rub against this and then cause a quick fail, which we don't want. So we're going to look at finding a path around here that works, that's not going to cause any chafing on this. Alright, now we have finally some peace and quiet again. Either just quiet or absolute buzz and mayhem. Anyways, it's tweaking all that up there. You had to tweak and find another path. Basically, from what this is what I feel works for me and works for the bike. Is you're coming from the top. If you hit down, you're basically coming in from the top. The hazard switch, not OE. That's not OEM. That's something I fitted. Yeah, it's literally coming out from down there and then feeds its way down there. Seems to work all okay. It's not chafing. The thing turns and still freely and whatnot. So we're happy with that. So that's that job done for today. Tomorrow we're going to be servicing that, and we can re-bleed that. If I'm waiting for a tool to arrive, I want to synchronise the starter valves. I want to get that done as well if I can do it. One last job I'm doing for now is obviously last week I've refitted the exhaust. A brilliant thing to do is obviously you have to run it for a bit with the refitted exhaust. Run over all the bolts and go over them all over again, because the heat expansion will have expanded them out and all the gaskets and whatnot. So when it coldens, it's all going to loosen up again. So all of these will need going over again. I've just gone over all of these. Well, this one here. Any good bit of advice for this one? This one over here, I've got a little tool that I made. And it helps wonders for it. It's just a 10mm spanner, but I've cut it in half, and to get down the gap there, one of the exhaust ports is right down here, and in a gap down here which is nigh on impossible to reach unless you've got really, and I do mean really, skinny fingers. Even for me it's difficult, but with this, and obviously same again, the limit down there, the room you have down there to work with is not much, but you can just about squeeze in there with this and get it turning. So that's that side done, which yes, did need tightening up, and it did need tightening up. So we're naturally assuming that the other side needs tightening up as well. Let's do that real quick. So I've got the mudguard bolts off. I don't need to fully take it off because I can pull it back just enough to get the socket behind there and give those a quick tighten up, which we're going to do. Don't think I'm going to apply it on videos, no, not much point. Whether the video's been good or not, or bad or not, I don't know. I'll have a look, and if it comes up, you'll see it. If not, wait. But yeah, it's still looks a lot nicer now. Soon I'll get the brake line done, but anyone knows a VFR 100, it's a lot of brake line. It's a combined brake system, and it's not your average brake system, so it takes a bit of time. So we'll leave that for another day. But same again, while it's there, it's always good, just go over any of the electrics, just checking the electrics over. As I've spoken in some videos, there's a ground strap down here, the ground block, literally when it's all fitted, it's hard to see, it's about there in the wiring loom, so you can't get to it that way, it's in a really tricky spot to work on. On the fresh loom, like I say, I'm going to have it set up so it's probably going to come out here or hidden behind here, so I can easily access and check it. As you can see, this is the cable coming out from it. I've just run there's two wires on it, then they just run straight to the ground that's normally down here. Instead I've just bypassed them, two big thick wires going straight to ground like that, and it's done the job. But yeah, till next time. Yeah, quickly one go over to check everything's okay, and yeah, we're me done for the day. Obviously we'll be clean that down as well. It's not too bad, it's not too dirty in there. You can see on there, I mean, it's mainly just the spinning motion that matters most rather than anything else, so same in there. It doesn't really matter too much when dirt wise, it's going to dirt up anyway. We'll probably take this up and get it clean as well. But yeah, till next time.